Perfect. We are back on live. Everybody, hi there again. So, now moving on to our third webinar. Our speaker is a tech recruiter and sourcer based in Amsterdam. She has been building tech teams since 2008. She was also a part of Miro, Gamehouse, Viber, Dot, MyGames, Blendle, Relby, and other great companies. Currently, she's working and scaling Riot Games Hong Kong and Singapore studio. Also leading Slack platform community in Amsterdam and conducting weekly free WAN parties for tech sorcerers. You know what? In short, she's super cool, I must say. She's going to talk about how to make recruiters find and select you. So please welcome Alla Pavlova to the stage. Alla, floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Jesus. Thank you. And yeah, hello everyone. So excited to be here because I have a big respect to the VanHack community, and I'm very excited to share my experience. And as a technical sourcer, I'm going to explain what it is. Talking to software engineers who are looking for relocation, looking for changing the job, is very special because what I'm going to do in this session, I'm going to show you how do we recruiters are looking for you, and I'm going to hope that this is unlock some new things for you, and I'm going to unlock some new experiences and make you find your job faster, nicer, and get more excited about the new chapter in your life. So let's begin. So you can't hear me. Okay, interesting. So please let me know if there's a problem for everyone, or maybe there's a problem with my microphone. You can hear me. Okay, sorry, Manuel. Probably double check your connection. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen, and yeah, talking to you guys. So share the screen. So I don't have a classic presentation, so that's not something that I like. So, but I do have something different I prepared. So let me share. It's gonna be, so I'll have two screens. That's why I'm gonna see the chat. So please do send your questions. I want to make it as practical as possible, as useful for you as possible, because this is from recruiters with love to developers. Okay, so the topic is we're gonna try to make recruiters to select and to find you. So my job as a technical sourcer is actually to find you. So technical sourcer is the one who is using different ways and tools, scraping, and a little bit of hacking to find your contact details, to write to write a very nice reach out to you. So this is what the sources are doing. So recruiters, they do the screening, they look into your CVs as well as sources, but they do the interview with you. My job most of the time is to make sure I found the perfect match online and to try to get this person on board for the interview process. It's exciting and very challenging job to do. I have a little bit of text with you to go through, but I'm going to be very quickly because I want to move forward to the most interesting part, is to the tools, of course. But yeah, so everyone is looking for to hire people, but also in my own experience, we do see a lot of jobs, but we don't see a lot of hires. It's on also in my personal opinion, like how come so many jobs are open and at the same time so many people are looking for a job? So the main reason in my experience is because let's say the expectations that the hiring manager has, and what recruiters put online and what the candidate has in their profile are mismatched. So this way, I would like to make sure that you, everyone who is listening to me right now, made a research and like a checklist for yourself on the things like, have you made it very clear for like what do you do? If I look at your CV, if I look at your LinkedIn profile, by the way, feel free to share your LinkedIn profiles in the chat. I will try to look into it. Basically, when I'm reading your profile and I'm getting straight away in, like, let's say less than a minute, understanding what do you do, where are you located, and what are the things that I can reach out to you that could potentially makes it interesting for you to talk to me. So this is basically what I'm trying to get in a very short amount of time. Also, will this experience that you have benefit the company you're applying or the company that I work for. For example, of course, for Riot Games, the gaming experience is something that is important, but it's actually not something that's going to be a deal breaker. Experience in, I don't know, music, audio, some software development that could be easily transferred to something that is relevant for the company I work for. This is what I'm looking for. So it's a let's say a mastery, next level, how to make sure that your profile could show some benefits to the company that is looking into your profile. I'm talking about LinkedIn, GitHub, CV, anything. And it's hard to see, but it's something that's could be identified during the conversation. Is like, would you benefit actually from joining this company? And this became as much as important as if you benefit the company and if company is benefiting you. So there are short tips on cover letters, because this is something that you will be surprised, but people are reading it. And I know, like, lots of recruiters and hiring managers, they actually excited to look into the cover letter and to learn a little bit more about the person, like what made you to apply for this job. So why you, let's say, why should they choose you? I'm going to be transparent with you and tell you, like, there are two questions that I hope to see the answers in the cover letter. Why should we choose you, and why you chose this company? I was once applying for Blizzard, so it was a long time ago. I was a huge fan. I was playing StarCraft, and in my cover letter, I've used something that I knew that one of the founders of the company was actually one of the person who did create the StarCraft, and I wanted to work in a company where the founder, as a developer, who actually did it. I used this story that's connected my passion to the company and the interest I had. And yeah, I did get the interview. I didn't get the job. That actually was good, because I did get another job that I even wanted more. But there's something that's stick and something that people want to know. Please do avoid duplicate things from your CV, like listing your experiences, like, oh, I have experience 5 years, 10 years with this and that. So no. Try to answer on the question, like, why they should choose you for this job and why you chose this company. For example, you like traveling, so, and this company is making an app for travelers. Connect it with your personal story. Also, one thing that I would suggest to avoid is, I was really surprised that still some people could send CV or cover letters in like a Word formatting, not on PDF. And this is a common mistake that is made. And when you apply for a job, you also need to know that it ends up in a special system, let's say the ATS, applicant tracking system. And it could look really ugly if it's the format is not in PDF. So things could go really wrong. Text could be disappearing. You don't want that, right? So because imagine this recruiter is sitting in front of the computer having 400 applications to go through per week, and it's hard to come back to someone, like, with some mistakes that are made, etc. So try to predict this kind of things, and use PDF as a format to send your CV, or maybe you have online portfolio. Online link is also perfect. Also, one thing probably to mention, to especially because it's relocation, something that's lots of us are seeking. And I'm also an expat, and I moved to the Netherlands, and I was, of course, my motivation, big part of my motivation was relocation. But when I've noticed, and I know it now as a professional, I've noticed when I talk about relocation very passionately, so companies could think that this is my main motivation, but it's a combination of things. I want to join your company because I like the product, but also relocation to the Netherlands makes it very special for me because I want to live here, I want to work here, etc. So try to show your motivation that is, let's say, more complex than just relocation. For some reason, could be sensitive for some companies, right? And things that's really going to make you stand out is if I, as a recruiter or a sourcer, can see some evidences of the research that you made, like you're mentioning some news. For example, if you guys tell me that you watched Arcane and you ask my opinion, I will feel like, oh, you do know that there are some TV series happening made by my company. And it's like, these things make you stand out. Mentioning something that is relevant, something that shows that you did some research. So efforts wise, like I would say CV as simpler as possible in a way is better. But if you have a portfolio, for example, I can spend hours looking into VFX or just 3D or environmental artist portfolios because they're super creative, they're super interesting. So I would say having your own website or even on GitHub, you can create a page where you can add everything in one place, or Behance or ArtStation, doesn't matter. Think about the way that presents you the best as a person. So that would be my go-to tool. And of course, like, I notice contributions you make. I noticed you have pages on Stack Overflow. I'm a huge fan. I mean, I was lucky to meet some Stack Overflow team in one of the conferences, and I made a photo with Joe Spolsky. I was standing like an idiot, smiling because he's an awesome guy. He's so shy. He's so smart, and he's he said that one answer Stack Overflow helps 1,000 developers. So I do want to check Stack Overflow to find you guys there and to see if you made any contributions or any answered any questions in there. I also look for YouTube channels. I look for your articles on Medium or other platforms where you're posting it. And of course, if you spoke on any events, if you did some mentoring, volunteering, so any social activities, I'm going to try to find it and try to connect with my company so that we can try to hire you. So hopefully it's going to be inspirational. So let me go through some of the things. Basically, how do we look for candidates? How does it work actually? So when you like imagine I want to find let's say a full stack software engineer. So my first let's say site reliability engineer. Yeah, I have example prepared for this one. So this is how it looks like in the site. So when I go on LinkedIn Recruiter, it's a paid tool. So I have it's just for demonstration. Um, uh, I have different ways how I can try to find you, and usually LinkedIn is the first place where we go because it's a low hanging fruit, so so called. If you somewhere indicate that you're open for a job, so I will be able to find you faster. If you're following the company, or if you let's say you connected to people that work in my company, etc., so I can really find you. So these activities makes you more visible for me. So this way, don't be afraid of having these, I don't want to use the word ugly, but yeah, like, I mean, this open for work thing is a little bit, yeah, I would design it differently, but at least you can indicate somewhere like open for work or open for relocation. And I do see the people who are following my company. So I would love to encourage you. Job titles, we're gonna get there. So the simpler they are, the better. So the interesting part about job titles is that in a way they should be very common. Let's say if you go very creative, so I would suggest don't do that on LinkedIn, because this way I would probably not be able to find you. Even I want to find you, if you're very creative with your title, that's going to be a problem for me. Location should be also very clear. Sometimes, I'm a little bit disappointed when I see that the person worked, for example, in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, but location states that he is in Hong Kong, for example. Why disappointed? I do understand that the person wants to be in Hong Kong, but it's create a wrong message for me. Like, I assume that the person already is there. And let's say if I work for the company that provides visa, no problem. But what if my company can't provide visa? Let's say a small startup or something else. So I would say being honest on LinkedIn is is going to increase your chances actually. And if you mention in your summary that you're open for relocation, it's great. Open for relocation, which countries? Amazing. So you will have a very nice conversations that are relevant to you with recruiters. Skills and assessments, don't miss out them. So I would say make it as an exercise for yourself. Look at the skills that you, for example, want to add. Some of them are very basic, so clean them up. uh, you want to be found based on the skills, because skills and keywords, this is the way how we find you. So we do use keywords, and we do use the skills as the main way. Why? Because this how lots of our systems that we use for sourcing are designed. And I want to share it with you so that you're gonna also use it and increase your chances to be found by recruiters. There are some skills that could be funny. Like I came across some profiles that mentioned something like, best coffee maker, or yeah, drama queen, so something like that. So it's catch my eye, it's make me think that the person has a sense of humor, something else. So just think about it. Are your skills actually reflecting your experience and showing who you are as a person? So yeah, other things you see: company, the universities you can add, industry. Small trick here. So if you are looking for a change, or if you want to be contacted by other industries, and what I mean, you, for example, work as a software engineer and your industry is a software computer engineering, let's say, but you would like to receive some proposals for from the gaming company. Change your industry to the gaming industry, and you will see a little bit of increase of the companies that you like going back to you, because again, not always for gaming industry gaming experience is a must have. So this is something that I actually want to encourage you to try chances anyway. Keywords are very important, because keywords are giving you a lot of ways how you can actually let me see if yeah um, how I can increase my chances to finding someone. You see, I'm using Boolean strings. This is the way how we operate. As a sourcer, I always think in Boolean strings, what I'm going to add. And I need to be very creative. You see, it's very small on my screen probably, but I need to be very creative to think of how do site reliability engineers call themselves. Would be correct to add SRE or DevOps or etc. So I would say, please do think about the keywords in your profile, in your CV, because this is what I'm trained like to see them. I use a lot of different tools. Do you have any? Yes, I have a LinkedIn account shared with me here. So I want to show something. Well, I lost it. No. Um, just a second. It's like a small demonstration of something that's how we operate. I hope it's not going to screw my presentation, hopefully. So I have tons of different extensions, and one of them is Glossary Tag. You probably have heard about it, and it helps me to very quickly, as recruiter, to have all these terms on my page in front of me. And I want to understand other things relevant. If the person was a business analyst, okay, so I see some technologies the person used, like a programming language, Java, etc. So I want to know more about the person and to see how relevant it is. By the way, thank you, Sophia, for sharing. I'm going to look into your profile, I promise. So one of the things that also makes me very curious is like, do you developers also, like engineers, do you know that we, in a way, using the systems that's actually very strict with the job titles? I came across some of the things. This is actually lots of them from my friends. I took them with their permission, like Data Disruptor, Jedi and Resistance. I mean, I'm also a huge fan, let's say, Star Wars, yeah, like the modern Star Trek, but you know, you want to be found this way, go for something very simple like Android developer, data engineer, and we always check for both options. I mean, engineer or developer, because I do know that you use it in both ways. So the title is a must-have to make it simple, because this is one of the things, like how I get creative, like the always how you guys can write your titles. Could be web engineer, JavaScript this way, JavaScript that way. So you can imagine, right? So that's we trying to find the way how to find you. Another thing that I would like to recommend you to look into is the way how you make your summary. This is the upper way. This is really true profile. I just made a screenshot, but I didn't want to put anyone's name, because you can understand I respect people, of course. But saying that yeah, I work harder than you, so and about something else. So I mean, you can do that if it's something that reflects who you are, right? So you can also say that you hate recruiters and you're tired of them sending you irrelevant messages, because it's something that you feel. I'm not encouraging you not to be yourself, but when you're looking for a job, and when you know that recruiters are looking at your profile, I think the goal here is to make sure that your profile is going to be selected. So it's not ideal summary, but let me show you. It's also my friend explaining that, yeah, he has more than 17 years of experience. This is what are the things that he's right now focusing on. So he's not using I, because I do believe that it's also yeah, something common for leaders, managers. They're trying to avoid using I. Don't be afraid of using I, but just not too much and not in every sentence. And I would also suggest avoid writing about yourself in the third person, like someone wrote it for you. So write it from yourself. Just add a couple of eyes if you like, and give the idea. What is that you do right now? You're currently working with API strategy, blah blah blah, in the departments, and then also he says what are the things he's passionate about, and I can't find any better place to do that. So really encourage you to use your summary is like something like elevator pitch, so that you have a very short time to present yourself. And one important thing that's I always pay attention everywhere. It's LinkedIn, it's GitHub, anywhere. Skills and responsibilities. The clearer you make it, the easy and faster I'm going to make a decision if your profile is relevant for me and if I would like to reach out to you. So this is an example of very simple, very nice skill explanation to me. Programming languages, frameworks, platforms. Oh my God, it makes it so easy for me to understand. Is it something that I will be open to? Because um, I don't know like if it's also the feeling that you have, but I personally see that more and more companies are trying to look for dedicated, good knowledge learners, the people who can learn the language, let's say JavaScript, and then doesn't matter which framework they know right now, they can get this framework in a very short time. So basically, I see lots more and more companies encouraging developers to learn the language better, be the language expert rather than the framework developers. So I think it's something that you can also probably feel from the job descriptions that you're receiving, right? So this is a small note about yeah, like skills and responsibilities. And let's go to the part when I'm going to show you some of the tools. And yeah, I see we are good with time. So I'm using Miro. This is actually something that's easier for me to have everything in one place. And yeah, these are the tools and the places where we look for. So I'm going to show, like, after I'm done with LinkedIn. So it's very logical for me actually to go and to look on GitHub. So GitHub, this is the place where there are awesome repositories. There, I can see the people bios, and I also encourage you, like, if you want to be found, write your short bio here. You can actually also mention that you're not open for a job if that's the case, or you can add your LinkedIn here or email, anything. There's a very easy way to find email because every commit you make is done with email. So every recruiter source know that. So that's why it's in a way public information. But yeah, like this is definitely the place where I'm going to look straight away. I'm done with LinkedIn, and I'm going to be done with LinkedIn very fast. I'm not sure if you've heard about it. So, okay, so it's not working, but let me double check. Git Awards. Git Awards. It's actually worked. So let's say Git Awards. No, that's not this one. So there's a very nice website that's, I wonder why it's not working right now. So basically, this website shows the rankings of the people in a particular language that makes me also wanted to reach out and to find this person because they made the most contribution to the particular, yeah, so the website is not working. That's fun. But I hope it's going to be restored, but because this list, very comfortable list that I can use, divided by languages. So quite curious it's not working right now. And other things as well. So I'm going to show you also like um, I search for amazing repositories based on the languages or based on the commits. So, for example, Java design patterns, I see people in there, and I can get the contributors list by using my tools for scraping, right? So, imagine I spent a lot of time on GitHub, and I would like to encourage you to also to make your profile nice and welcoming, even if you're not looking for a job, because I can follow you, and my following list are the people that I really would like to know, like how they're doing. So, what are the things they're working on? So, be the person that's you want to be available, maybe in the future, maybe in some time, even not now if you're not available, right? So, I mean, that's your LinkedIn. Sorry, your GitHub profile in a way could stay. Awesome, even if you're not looking for a job. I would like to show you Bassam. So he's one of the, I think he's the software solution architect, his role in GitHub. So he's an employee, and I know him. So he does a lot of online talking, and his repository are very informative and interesting, and like you can see the person is funny, right? So you can see some things in there like blogging, LinkedIn, etc. So, and I think in a way it's attractive, it makes me interested to reach out, and I would like to ask you, there are very easy ways how to create your own page on GitHub, and yeah, to make me as a recruiter interested to look into your profile as soon as possible. I personally think that for me, even GitHub says a lot, even more than CV in a way, because CV is a reflection of the history of your life, right? So if I can read the code, if I can look into a repository and read it, oh my God, I can really try to see already the quality of the things that you can deliver and other things that I will be personally interested. So we can dive deep if I can say as a recruiters and sources, so we can really get into even your commits, and some of the recruiters are former software engineers. So make it interesting for us to find you. You can write some kind of game. You can write a letter to recruiters here, or you can post your CV, anything. So but imagine how much time do we spend on GitHub trying to find you. Another thing I would like to show you, because we're all coming from the very international background, is just an article. So by the way, if you're interested, I can send all these links. That's absolutely no problem. But my point that I want to show you, because now you know that we do operate, recruiters and sources, we do operate in the Boolean search mind. And if you speak another language, and if you in another country and are still trying to find you, because I'm looking for specific language, for example, I'm looking for Mandarin speaking developers. Oh my God, I have to be so creative. So this way, this is an example, like try to create maybe a LinkedIn profile in another language, or add the language to your profiles, or have your, I don't know, articles or blog posts or anything, your GitHub in the other language. So it could help me to find you as well, because I'm looking for specific language. there is yeah, like I'm trying to find someone who speak German or Mandarin or anything. So think about it, because this is something that you also probably will be curious as well. Okay, so I can't open the link, but yes, Stack Overflow. This is something that we all know, right? So that's is given a very nice, let's say, way to see your contribution. So there are ways that you can look for. Yeah, I'm gonna check if I have Stack Exchange straight away. Yes, I can show you. For example, Stack Overflow, I can also find profile CVs there if I have a paid plan, and also with the free plan, I can also do that. So don't worry. Anytime when you commit to a platform, think about it. Is it the platform that is make your CV available for lots of companies, or it's kind of limited? So it's something also for you to decide where you want to post your CV, right? So, for example, I'm looking for JavaScript developers in the Netherlands. So this is a Stack Exchange sourcing tool that helps me to get profiles out of Stack Overflow. And you will be, again, like, you need to know that the keywords that I'm using are always in language, because this is the way how the system responds. So if I'm using something else, so I will not find any relevant profiles. It could take a little bit of time, usually like, I don't know, like 30 seconds. But then this way, after this request is processed, I will have a list of people who stated JavaScript as a language in their profiles, and if they're located in the Netherlands. So again, you get the point. So that's location and the language are very, very, very important, and basically all the systems works around it. So the X-ray is something that we do, and you remember I was telling you about this open to work thing. So let me see if it's still working, because yeah, sometimes you can find just profiles of people who stated with a hashtag somewhere in their profile, or have this circle close to their like avatar. I can source it, these people, I can X-ray them, and I can have a lot of results, and I can cross-reference with other browsers to make sure that I have enough results, because you probably know better than me that that Google sometimes shows different amount of results, and you have to prove them right or wrong. Yes? So Kaggle, if I need to go very specific, if I'm looking for data engineers, etc., so of course I'm going to Kaggle, but here I have another link, so I want to show you. If we are like recruiters or sources looking for a specific job, let's say specific candidates, we're trying to understand where we can find them. Like, what is the best place to find data engineers or data scientists? And for me, for example, this amazing website, Nuggets or Kaggle, became the go-to tools where I'm trying to find the articles, the contributors, the list of software developers participated in some kind of conference, because these are the people that I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find the best in let's say, those who are showing up. And this is the pity thing in a way for me personally as well and professionally, is that um, not everyone is a speaker, not everyone likes to write the articles, not everyone has a portfolio, but could be amazing talent. So this way, I want to ask to for you to think of the way how you make your public appearance less painful for yourself, but bringing the results that you need. So what could be that will make you be found by recruiters? One thing that's I also think, okay, so you can comment on Reddit. Yeah, why not? There is a passive way. So I want to show you something. Maybe the way that is easier. So there is a big list of different communities that are worldwide, and they are on a different, let's say, topics. They are different locations, different topics, and these are the Slack communities. As a recruiter, like as source, I know how to get out people from the Slack community, and get these people bios. So if you participate in any Slack groups, And I would like to ask you to add your bio there. Like, for example, Python developer based in the Netherlands. This way, you will increase your chances to be found. So I can make this list available for you, no problem. And I want to encourage you as well to join these communities. And if you don't see the way for yourself, like writing the articles, speaking out loud, going to the conferences, be in the community where you can send a couple of messages. It's not going to be that hard, but you're definitely going to be found by recruiters because you are there. So, and let's say other keywords. Let me see. Yeah, so this is another thing for Discord communities. So I love Discord because again, I'm in gaming, right? So that makes it easy for me. So I play and I see my colleagues playing, etc. So there's awesome servers on Discord that are also allowing to have channel for job posts, and I'm using it. I'm going to these Discord channels, joining this recruiter, introducing myself, because I want them to know I'm a recruiter, but I'm not going to spam anyone. So I have a dedicated chat. And you can also check from time to time these dedicated chats, and you can also post that you're looking for a job, and you can actually find your future hiring managers, the people who are looking for these people in these nice communities, and passively find a job for yourself. That would be in a way encouraging for me to look into, of course, the Medium. So we have a lot of ways how to source on Medium, so how to find some software engineers using Medium. So let me see if I can try to copy my link. So Medium is the place where like a lot of interesting publications are found. So let me see what doesn't work in here. Okay, so I broke my link, but it doesn't matter, no worries about that. So what I'm going to say, so every time when you post on the Medium, this is just a platform for blogging, so you can actually have your tag that is dedicated to you. For example, I don't know, artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc. Another way that I also find very helpful is you can either write the blogs yourself for your company when you participate. Like, for example, Riot does it a lot. So we have a lot of contributors that are in place, and they're writing with a great pleasure how to do what they do. Maybe sometimes you don't want to do it alone. Grab your colleague, write it together. So you will have something posted online, and you will actually enjoy it. And yeah, you will have something that will make it possible to find you, right? I want to show one thing on the title part. So let me, I'm very sorry. I hope you didn't hear a lot of Slack notifications. I'm very active on Slack. So the titles, again, how important it is. So let's say data engineer as well. So this is something that is very popular right now. And I want to show you. So you see how many options it gives me already. And these options are very, very easy to find and easy to understand, like data scientist, data engineer. Or let's say if I go for something else, let's say full stack. Um, I want to go full stack engineer. So we write it different ways as well. So yeah, sometimes it could be Java full stack, the full stack developer, PHP full stack, etc. So just again, there are lots of tools available for you to see how companies and others are using it, and to make it very searchable. Of course, like, it's number one advice if you are applying for a job that is called senior software engineer. So somewhere you have to have this title if this job is relevant for you. So I do have still time. So this timer was sent with some advance. So that's how I like to leave some time for us to talk. Maybe it's unexpected for you, but I would like to show you something else. So this is something that I've been doing, and I like it a lot. So this is the JavaScript, the good parts. It's a good read, right? And in here, so I can see comments, and I can check these people because they wrote the comment, and I already see how they're thinking. So sometimes I really, really, really horrible reviews and disappointing, but I still want to reach out to the person and ask, like, hey, what's made you like so disappointed? So the professional books about computer languages, this is something that I'm always checking. It's a long shot, and I don't spend. It's not my first go-to tool, but when I need to be creative, when I need to find people that's hidden in a way, so I will get there for sure. Or, for example, we're all looking for diversity in every niche company, so I'm looking for the list of the conferences, and I'm trying to find the conference that is going to be, let's say, more diverse, presenting different type of speakers, different type of, let's say, opinions. And I want to be there. I want to be in their community of these people who are have different opinions. And this way, for example, I found these conferences, I can join them, and I can find the speaker list or people who registered, and I do have the ways that I'm not going to demonstrate because yeah, it's a that's a hidden web scraping part, you can understand me. And I can try to find the profiles that's yeah, of people who are participated, and be, yeah, it's just my responsibility how I make it very clear for people where they find the profiles, why I found these profiles. And I'm in Europe as well, so GDPR rules apply. So this is something that you also probably noticed, that each and every country, they have their own rules, and it's worth to check where is like, yeah, if the GDPR rules apply for you. One thing I also wanted to show you, I don't know if you are aware of this community. It's Dev2 community. I love it because, first of all, you can find people by X-raying them online. So this is how I do. I'm looking for the post that someone did with some JavaScript, and I can choose the location. One thing I really, really like about Dev2 is that it has a very nice podcast. It has a very nice articles, very easy to read for everyone. I like Reddit. I like Quora. It's where I'm also looking for developers, and I'm also trying to find them there. So, but I'm not contacting them there because I don't want to piss them off in a way, because this is your own personal area, right? So I think you don't want to be contacted there. I think you don't want to be contacted, like, in your personal messages, like, you don't want to be called in a way. Even if you're looking for a job, you don't want agencies to call you like straight away. You want a human approach. You want to be found. And for example, if you had an article, let's say how to build a simple search bar. I have no idea what is that, but I saw your article and I'm going to mention it, and I'm going to reach out to you saying, hey, Adriana, so amazing article. How are things? Are you open for relocation? Blah, 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 blah. So my strategy that I'm trying to show today on our session is to help you to not to apply and not to be the applicant, but to become a candidate that recruiters want to find, that recruiters are going to reach out themselves, so that you don't need to do anything and just wait for them to ask you to go for your dream job and to join them. So this is shortly about the tools. Of course, I use Twitter a lot, so I check speaker list as well. I do source on Telegram. It doesn't mean that I'm contacted, because it's still like messengers, so I avoid using messengers. I will prefer to find email, or maybe to reach out on LinkedIn, because this way I'm trying to still keep it professional. Another thing that's apart from GitHub, there is Gitcoin. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but Gitcoin looks super awesome because it's still a small community, but it's open source. And I like to find developers who contribute to open source, because it makes me feel like they probably also want to contribute something more, and they do something apart their job, or they have some hobbies or contributions they make. So I do want to know. One weird search I'm going to show. Yeah, you see, it's how creative we have to be. I'm also using the emojis. to find, and I'm surprised. I found like thousands of different ways how you call like engineer, programmer, developer, coder, and sometimes in your title you do have emoji. That's a hidden gem for me to find and to contact you if I can. So you see Quora as well, yeah. Lead code. So that's a platform that also has some options for me like ranking, so I can go through and I can see the country. And I'm not saying that you have to be on top or you have to be participating in all these activities. I'm just saying there's so many of them, and there should be one that will work particularly for you and will make you stand out and make your application better than other applications. Yeah, so that I will be very interested to find you. Also, hash note as well. So you see that it's real profiles, real people, but I have to be creative to find it. So by X-ray, I'm not violating anything. But by scraping the data, it could be a dangerous path. So this way, I'm trying to find the profile in social media, reach out to the person, and to make it easy. You see, even if you use Red Hat, so I can do small search for developers who use Red Hat. So you will be surprised. Lots of things that you maybe used to register, for me, is the tool to find you. So every time you make a post, think about it. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. Yes. Thank you, Patricia. So I feel like a hacker sometimes, but yeah, I'm not hacking anything. So that's it just feels nice. And for example, HackerRank as well. So wherever developers are, I want to be there because I want to find them and hire them. So that's my motto. With this nice ending, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I would like to guys answer any questions you may have. Hopefully you have some, and my lovely host can come back to me.
Hi, Ala. It
Hey.
was interesting and super informative, as you can say, and also everybody enjoyed it. And even I'm not a developer, but I enjoyed learning all about this. So yes, so we are actually really short on time, but we loved your presentation, and I'm sure everybody, yeah, people have a lot of questions. So we are gonna, sorry guys, we are short on time, but we're gonna quickly take some questions. And yes, so I'm gonna start with the questions right now. Yes, recording will be, by the way, available. Is it okay to add many different titles in LinkedIn headline section?
Yes, this is great. Please do, yeah, because I do see that full stack developer nice, and then ending the languages is going to increase the chances for you to be found. So totally good approach. No worries. Yeah.
Perfect. Also, Robson is asking, will the recording of this presentation be available? Yes, it will be. Don't worry, because we all know how important this session was. And yes, okay, moving on. Also, Ella, I personally agree with your personal branding thing, that how you have to stand out, how do you have to make sure you are presentable. So that's something that everybody needs to work on. Okay, the question is, what happens if a candidate isn't active on
It's
GitHub?
okay as long as you have a GitHub. So maybe if you make just like if you want someone to reach out to you based on GitHub, even if you don't have commits, just leave a README file there, or like you can create some like a short intro. That's all. I don't look into commits that much because it could be like zero of them because they're all private. So your company is not allowing you to make them public. Don't worry about that. As long as you have the GitHub that clearly has a bio that indicates that you're like full stack developer or someone else, it's already enough for me to try to find more tools to find your other profiles.
Perfect, perfect.
I'm trying to answer fast so that we can cover more
Yes,
questions.
I'm answering, like I'm gonna ask you very fastly. Sorry about this. So yes, as you can see, the question we have, I'm administrator of our Discord server with 10K people on it. Is it good to mention in my social media?
Yes, please do mention it. It's a lot of work, and 10K. Oh my God, this is amazing. So It's a contribution to community, and you can invite recruiters or other people to contribute there as well, or like hiring managers, anyone. So please do mention it. You can mention it as a project. That would be my recommendation, because the projects are a little bit higher in the in the score. Volunteering as well, please do.
Perfect. And sadly, this is going to be the last question. I'm sorry, everybody. We're short on time. This informative looks overwhelming to be many to be have so many platforms. What are your first five go-to platforms?
Yeah, so LinkedIn will be the first one. Then it will go to GitHub. Then it will go to Stack Overflow. Then I will try to probably look into some blogging like Medium. It's already four and five, depending on the profession I'm looking for. It's going to be something specific, Quora or Kaggle or Reddit or Discord or Slack. Yay!
Yes. Oh my God, we're done with the session, and still, I know, I know everybody. We're so sorry. We're really short on time, but everybody, we know we love you. Yes, you are the queen. Thank you so much for such wonderful session and such details on which codes to go for, which stacks to look forward to. Thank you so much, and it
Thank
was
you.
really awesome to have you over as a speaker. Have a great day.
Thank you. Good luck, everyone.
Yes, good luck, everyone. Take all. I hope you jotted down all the notes. So yes. Okay. Stay tuned for the